Hi YouTube. So I'm doing another BJD Addicts prompt because I have no other ideas for videos. And at the beginning, when I was like, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, I had like so many ideas. And then I made two videos, and after that I was like, wait, I don't actually have any ideas. They're gone. They're just gone. I don't know what happened. But maybe my inspiration for videos will come back soon, let's hope. But for now, I just am gonna use the beautiful BJD Addicts prompts because those are really helpful in forcing me to make semi videos with kind of a topic, you know? So I'm gonna do BJD Addicts prompt number 9 right now, which is how did you get into the hobby? And it's honestly kind of complicated because I don't really remember the first time I came across BJDs, except I know that it was about 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago, and I remember that the first company I came across was of course Volks, and I don't remember how I came across them, but I did come across Volks, and I just at first I just looked at the price and I was like, no, no way, like I am never gonna buy one of these. This is ridiculous. And I didn't do any further research into them, so I didn't really know why they were that expensive, or like the quality or the size or the like all the things you could do with them or the posing or anything. I didn't know anything about that, so I was just like, oh my god, it's just like a $700 Barbie, that's crazy. I'm not gonna buy that. And then a little bit later, I found them again, and I found the mini Super Dolphies. At that time, they had several of them. Like yeah, they had like five. Right now they don't. They have two and they're sold out, but they had a bunch at the time, and they were they were more like $400, and I was like, hey, that's kind of not as expensive as $700. Maybe I could spend $400 on a doll. I don't know. And so I was like, Mom, look at this doll. And she's like, that's ridiculous. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm never gonna buy one of these again. And then eventually I did again, and I don't. I'm gonna have to remember how I even came across them again. It was only a couple months ago, but I don't know what happened. I just, it feels like I've been in the hobby forever, but I really haven't. I've been in the hobby since like April. So, yeah. But I brought this doll. You might be wondering why I have this non BJD trash with me right now. Just kidding. So this is I brought this doll because I think she's kind of what started me on being super into doll collecting. Because at first, I live in America, so the most common doll you're gonna find is like Barbie. And I had a lot of Barbies at one point, but I never liked them that much. Like, they were always kind of, their faces were boring and like a little bit like kind of harsh looking a lot of the time. And their bodies are pretty ridiculous. They don't have good posing most of the time, although it depends on like the line you're getting, but usually not good posing. So and all the things you can get for them are really like low quality, and they're always pink, and it's like I never liked that. It was like I wanted more variety. And at some point, again, I'm gonna have to say I'm not sure I remember how I found these, but I found Takara Jenny dolls, and I found them. I was around probably 8, because that's around when I got this doll, I think. I was around 8, and I that was when I was getting into Pokemon, mostly the anime. And then after that I got into anime in general, and I was like really into it, huge weeaboo at age, 8. And so when I was on the internet, I know I was looking at like anime things and toys and like Pokemon figures, and dolls started coming up, and I saw the Bandai Cardcaptor Sakura dolls, which I've always thought were pretty cute, and I kind of want one, but they seem like a little bit pricey for what they are because I feel like their retail price would have been like $10, but you can't get them for less than like 50 now. So I don't really want to spend that on them. But then I found Jenny dolls and I was like, oh my god, it's basically a Barbie with an anime face and it's super cute. And so I got this one from eBay. My mom ordered it, I think. I don't remember what the doll was called or anything, but it came in a wedding dress. It was like a wedding Jenny. And I always really liked it. And I got like several more, although I only have two now, and this is the only one original one I have because the other ones I gave one away, and I have two that I wiped their faces and ripped out their hair, and I'm gonna repaint them and maybe reroot them. Otherwise, I'll just get them little wigs or make them little wigs. I want to make some wigs sometime. I'm kind of scared of that. So yeah, I just feel like this is what started it because before then I had liked dolls, but I was like not really that into the dolls I was seeing, like Barbies and things. And for a period of time I did collect porcelain dolls, but I never got super into that. They're not posable. They're a lot of the time their clothes are sewn on and stuff. It's not fun for me. It's not I don't want to just I don't like just setting things on shelves, I guess, and never interacting with them, which is why I was really excited when I actually researched BJDs a little bit more, because all the dolls I had had previously were pretty much just the kind of doll you dress them up, which is nice, but then either you're young and you play with them, or you're old and you collect them and you sit them on a shelf and you never touch them again, and you just look at them and let them collect dust, and I didn't like that. And it was like I wanted to have them, but I didn't want them just sitting there. I wanted dolls that I could do stuff with, which is like BJDs. You can customize them and everything. You can do, which you can arguably do with other dolls too, but BJDs are the most like that's a thing that most people do with them. It's like that's kind of what they're made for, sort of. So that's why I have this doll. It's because this is how I really got into dolls and was like, oh my god, I love dolls so much. And Jenny's still one of my favorite doll lines. I hope to maybe get some more, but I'm not as into the new line. This one is fairly old. I'm thinking it's early 2000s, maybe 90s. And I had a couple of the newer ones, but those are the ones that I'm gonna redo, except my other Jenny's pretty new and I like her. But yeah, and the biggest selection I think is eBay, pretty much. For Jenny dolls, I haven't found many on Amazon. There are a lot of Lika-chans. I don't really ever know how to say that. But on Amazon, but there are not very many Jenny dolls. So that just got really rambly and about not BJDs, so sorry about that. So anyway, in April of this year, so a few months ago, I really want to say I'm not quite sure what prompted me to get back into ball jointed doll researching, but I did. And I was just kind of looking around and perusing. I wasn't really planning to buy anything. But then I had this yard sale, and I made about $300 off the yard sale. So I was like, maybe I can justify this to my parents, be like, this is kind of my money, so maybe you should have let me get this really expensive doll with it. And my parents are pretty, they're really nice and generous, so they did, but I just was looking around. I think I found Zoom first, and then I went on Neo Angel Region, and that's how I found Blue Fairy, because they sell them there. But then I started looking around for different places that sold Blue Fairy, because they were, I think, more expensive on Zoom. But I'm not sure how it really ended up averaging out. I think they might be the same on different websites. But I ended up ordering mine from Lutz, because for some reason they sell Blue Fairies, which I don't really know why, but it's fine, because I love Lutz. They're really good company, and they, like everyone says, their customer service is good. And the shipping, once my doll was made, the doll was shipped. It only took like a day from Korea all the way to California. It just was like immediately here, and it was like, wow, okay. I expected the shipping to be longer, but it wasn't. So that was really cool. And so that's pretty much it. My dog is barking, and I think someone might be here. I don't know. But that's pretty much how I got into the hobby, was like collecting other kinds of dolls, like Jenny dolls, and just researching BJDs a little bit. I found some things about them, like just when I was looking at doll things, I think I found some like wigs for sale and stuff, and I was like, wow, like what are these dolls? But I could never figure out how to buy an actual doll, just because I didn't know where to until I found like Volks and stuff. So that's pretty much how I got into the hobby, and I had that yard sale, and then I started watching YouTube videos. I found out that there was a YouTube community, and I just was got really excited about it. And I was like, wow, you can paint their faces, you can make clothes, you can make wigs, you can mod them, you can hybridize their bodies, you can do like so much with them. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. So that's pretty much how I got into the hobby. And then I ordered her in April and got her about, I think, almost exactly a month later, which is fairly fast, for ball jointed dolls. So I kind of started in May, just started being in the hobby. I had already gotten a bunch of face up supplies and a bunch of stuff, and I just kind of jumped in really fast. And it's worked out for me so far. So that's really cool. And I mean, I've already ordered my second doll, and I'm just waiting really impatiently for it. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm not sure when it'll come, and I'm gonna go on a trip today, and I'll be gone for like 2 weeks. So hopefully it'll come after I get back. But that's pretty much it. How I got into the hobby. I'm not sure how I first came across them, except I think it was just looking at doll things and finding like on eBay, finding like references to them, like wigs and clothes and stuff. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Bye.